Hello and welcome back to Premier League Predictions, the show which does what it says on the tin. We're here to predict the Premier League action for Game Week 22 of the Premier League season. Over halfway through now, shaping up quite nicely, isn't it? Yeah, shaping up very nicely. Short answer, fair enough. And we'll get in to the first game on the Friday night. Chelsea versus Fulham. It's an 8 o'clock kickoff. We saw this game only 2 weeks ago or something like that now, so maybe 3 weeks ago. It was an alright game of football. Obviously, that was at Craven Cottage. Do you think the game will be slightly different at Stamford Bridge?
I think it'll be slightly different if João Felix decides to not get sent off. He is back for this game.
He is not. He's not back until the West Ham game. Great start to the show.
It was if the Liverpool game got really late.
Chelsea will have a lot of new signings though. Enzo Fernandez may play some part, though it's unlikely he will start. Mihailo Mudryk might make his first start after he debuted against Liverpool. Madueke could also play. So there's definitely players that could be making debuts for Chelsea. João Felix will not be playing though. He is still suspended from that challenge.
Fulham are a good team.
In the Fulham game.
Fulham are a good team.
They are, and I'm worried about a Chelsea double pivot of Loftus-Cheek and Gallagher, with Kovacic and Zakaria out injured and Enzo potentially not ready to play. So they're going to be porous in the midfield, aren't they?
I'm going to say Chelsea 1, Fulham 1.
Yeah, fair enough. I do think Fulham will score, but I think Chelsea will get enough to win. I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea, and I will go for Mudryk, Havertz and Mason Mount with the goals, and Fulham it'll be through Alexander Mitrovic.
Chelsea goal, I'll go through Mudryk. Hopefully he hits the ground running, and then for Fulham, I'm going to go Bobby Decordova-Reid.
Yeah, fair enough. On to the Saturday then, the 12:30 kickoff, the early kickoff. It's almost bottom of the league side, Everton facing right at the top of the table, Arsenal. This is going to be a very difficult game for the home side.
At Goodison Park.
No, don't even.
Sean Dyche's first
Everton
game.
can't sign anyone. Andre Ayew rejected them.
It's Sean Dyche.
Andre Ayew went, now I don't fancy it.
They'll be much stronger defensively. I think they'll put on a good performance. I don't think it'll be enough to stop Arsenal though, but I'll only go 1-0 to the Arsenal. And
only one?
It'll be a goal from Eddie Nketiah. I think Everton will look good, and I think Everton fans will be happy with the signs that they see from a bit of Dyche ball.
Alright, well I'm going to the opposite end of the spectrum. Everton 0, Arsenal 7. Everton, as much as they might have Sean Dyche, I don't care. That team is still not good enough.
Sean Dyche's teams never lose.
They've lost arguably their best player, at least from last season. Maybe not this year.
When did Burnley ever concede more than 5?
No, but they didn't, because it was Burnley. It all worked really nicely together. He's not come into a side and had to get it going immediately in the Prem before.
Everton have though is a defence.
But it doesn't matter. Their defence is not going to be able to compete with Arsenal's attack. Arsenal are going to win 7-0. It's going to be an Odegaard hat-trick. It's going to be Bukayo Saka with 2, Martinelli with 1, and Eddie Nketiah with 1. Goals from all of their forwards. Arsenal absolutely battering Everton.
I think we're underestimating the impact of Sean Dyche.
I don't think I am, unsurprisingly. First at 3 o'clock, then Aston Villa play host to Leicester. This is a very nice little mid-table clash, isn't it? Or just below that mid-table.
Mid-table clash.
Right, Villa 11th, Leicester 14th. Or Leicester a little low.
They're 10th as well.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are they above Chelsea now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that is sad, isn't it?
Villa doing really well. Leicester struggling.
Yeah.
I think this will be convincing.
Really?
I'm going to go 3-0 Villa with goals from Ollie Watkins, Boubacar Kamara, and Ezri Konsa.
Yeah, I think Villa also look too strong. I think they'll win this game, but I don't think it'll be as convincing as you say. I'm going to go 2-1 Aston Villa. I think it'll be Emiliano Buendia. He does start, right? Leicester will then level through Harvey Barnes. And then, is John Duran at the club, or has he gone out on loan somewhere?
He's at the club.
Right, well, John Duran's coming on, everybody. The young striker, never played in the Premier before, he's going to come on and score a goal. Brilliant way.
We've only got one striker.
Well, yeah, it better be in that case. Yeah, I'll go for him to get a winner. Bit of a rogue shout, but you never know. On to the next one. Brentford versus Southampton. Two teams playing in reds. Bees versus Saints. Who's going to come out on top in this one?
But I think
you reckon? I think Southampton could get something here.
I would have said that at St Mary's, but if I finish my sentence, the Bees, I think Brentford look good, but I think Southampton will give them a fight. I'm going to go 2-1 Brentford. It'll be a close game. Southampton will actually take the lead, I think, for a James Ward-Prowse free kick. And then it'll be goals from Mbeumo and Janelt for Brentford, and then Sekumara will have a goal ruled off for offside.
Controversial. I think Southampton have got enough here. I think Southampton are going to do it. I think that the Saints are going to conjure up something from God, probably. They'll do something mental. They're going to win 3-0. They're going to absolutely swat the bees here. It is going to be a goal from new signing Kamaldeen Sulemana. I'm hoping he starts. He might not, but he's a fantastic player. Then I'll go Sekou Mara. He looks in decent form.
Yeah.
Though Jay Hampton scored a good goal the other night, so I think it'll have to be Mara from the bench. And I will go James Ward-Prowse with a free kick. That's most likely to be the first one, and then that ignites the charge. But yeah, I think Southampton look really, really strong. I know that's disrespecting Brentford a bit. I think Brentford are definitely more likely to win. I'm just going for a rogue prediction here. Brentford look brilliant. Most likely it's going to be like 2-0 or something, Brentford. But I'm going 3-0 Southampton. Let's see what happens.
Right.
Next up, Brighton versus Bournemouth, the South Coast derby. Well, as close as either of these are going to get to a derby. Neither of them really have any rivals, so I guess they can hate each other. Brighton and Palace, yeah. Fair enough, because they've got birds.
Rivals?
I don't know. I don't think Bournemouth hate anyone. I think Bournemouth has a really nice. But this one is going to be a bit feisty, I reckon. What do you think, though?
I think it's going to be an absolute walk in the park.
I mean, you'd imagine, wouldn't you? Yeah.
But Bournemouth, I mean, two teams that are in... Bournemouth struggling, Brighton flying.
But they've had some good signings.
They have, but so have Brighton. Brighton just look brilliant.
Brighton have held on to their players, which is surprising. I thought Caicedo would end up leaving.
I'm going to go 4-0 Brighton. 2 goals from March, 1 from Matoma, and 1 from Evan Ferguson.
I'm going to back a similar scoreline. I'm going to go 3-0 Brighton, but I don't think there's going to be any goal scorers apart from Kawaro Matoma. Matoma Hattie, easy dub for Brighton. Bournemouth a bit annoyed. I reckon who's their centre-halves now? One of them's going to get sent off. Lloyd Kelly, does he play?
Neffam.
Yeah, him, Senesi. So I'll go him. Marco Senesi. He's going to put in a silly tackle. Yeah, he'll get himself sent off as Brighton go on to win 3-0. Next up, Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. This was an FA Cup final 8 years ago. Do you think this game will be as interesting as that one was?
Probably
United.
Not, that one was an FA Cup final.
Probably not. United come in brilliant form, namely Marcus Rashford tearing everything apart. And Crystal Palace, well, the opposite end of the form spectrum. They're struggling a bit at the moment.
You look back to the game we saw a couple of weeks ago. It was a brilliant Michael Olise free kick, which caused these sides to draw 1-1.
Despite the fact United look stronger, I do think though this being at Old Trafford will have a big effect.
Difference, but I still think it'll be close. I'm going to go 2-0 United. Not a runaway result, but still a decent performances. And I'll go 1 goal from Rashford and 1 goal from Casemiro.
I really want to back Palace. I really like Palace, I do, but I don't see it. I'm going Manchester United 4, Palace 1. I think Palace are going to open the scoring, I'm going to go for that. I think it'll be Decore, the player that signed the summer from Lens. I've not really seen him much this year.
Yeah, no.
But every Palace fan I've spoken to seems to think he's all right. Loads, mate.
I don't know a single Palace fan.
But yeah, Man United, they just look really strong at the moment. I'm going to go for Valvegel's goal. He struggled to set in to life at Manchester, but I think he'll get a goal here. And then a Marcus Rashford double and a Bruno Fernandes goal. Can't be 4-1 wins. Next up, Wolves versus Liverpool. This was in the FA Cup a couple of weeks ago, so you're bringing all the FA Cup references in here.
And I think Wolves gave them a good game.
Oh yeah, they took them to a replay, didn't they? And then the other one, it was a Harvey Elliott screamer. I'll
be honest, Wolves under Lopetegui look very good. I think Liverpool are struggling a lot.
Are you backing Wolves here?
Oh, I am backing Wolves here. And I'm going to say 2-1, but I think the main story of it will be that Liverpool take the lead through Darwin Nunez.
Wow. Set up by Gakpo? Let's get all the flops in there.
No, I think just Nunez is going to score.
Who's setting up?
It'll be set up by Harvey Elliott.
Right.
But I think Nunez will score. Liverpool fans, he's here. We're going to win everything. And then it'll be a goal from Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves screamer. And then like the 83rd minute, a Diego Costa header.
I knew it was coming. I knew you were going to say Costa. My one complaint with that would be potential. I don't know if Darwin Nunez is fit. If he is, completely valid prediction for him to score.
It'll be... I'll say Divock Origi. It will be Gakpo. It'll be Gakpo and Nunez.
Is Flop's going to score for Liverpool?
Yeah.
I don't see it being 2-1. I'm going to go 0-0. It's going to be a really dull game. The last of our 3 o'clocks. Both these teams look a bit meh. I think Wolves will struggle to break down Liverpool if Liverpool actually have a good day, which is surprising because recently they haven't. And Liverpool, they just look a bit naff going forward. So I'm going to go 0-0. It's probably going to be 5-5 now, in which case, brilliant. I've jinxed a fantastic game of football, but I'm going to stick with my 0-0 prediction. Last of the Saturday games is the 5:30. We have a disappointing one at 5:30. I think when they scheduled this at the start of the season, they'd have gone, oh, this is going to be a cracker. But it's Newcastle sitting pretty up in fourth in the Premier League. Then they are hosting West Ham United. Struggling West Ham United, it has to be said. Their last time out, they looked all right. Jarrod Bowen scored a brace as they managed to beat Everton, but that is Everton. They have since sacked their manager, Everton.
Yeah.
Should West Ham have sacked David Moyes? With a FA Cup break.
I think this could be his last game.
You reckon?
And I'm gonna go. Ooh,
the problem is now they've got European football in 2 weeks. So if you sack someone out, that's risky. That's really risky for West Ham.
I think they might do what Chelsea did and bring in the manager for that European game.
But this isn't the second stage. This isn't set match in the groups.
They're going to need a new one because they're going to lose 5-0 to Newcastle.
Really?
It will be
going for
goal from Dan Burn, 2 goals from Alexander Isak, a goal from Miggy Almiron, and a goal on debut for Anthony Gordon.
Isak's a bit of a rogue shout. Shouldn't be. He's a fantastic player, but you just don't know whether he's going to start with the Wilson.
He hasn't really hit the ground running, has he?
Well, he's done all right. I think he's played well, but they're rotating between the strikers, which makes sense. They've got they've got 2 brilliant players. They definitely can afford to rotate them. I also think my judgment might be swayed there by the fact I've just watched them both in the Carabao Cup. So obviously, you don't know who's going to be playing in that. But yeah, I also think Newcastle will get a comfy win here, and then they're going to keep up their record of not conceding. I'm going to go 2-0 Newcastle. It is going to be a Kieran Trippier free kick. Absolute peach of a free kick. And then it will be... I want to say Miguel Almiron. I don't want to say Miguel Almiron, but that's the name that's coming to me. I'm going to go Bruno Guimaraes. No, he's suspended, isn't he? Really good at this. I'm going to go Sean Longstaff. He's got a brace against Southampton in the week. He looks mint. He's going to do it again. Love you, Sean. Brilliant performance in the week, fella. I'm going to go another double.
He's the one that I thought he's the weak link. I thought he was the weak link in this Newcastle side. You look at it and go, why is Longstaff in a side that's going to the Champions League? He's been brilliant.
When they binned off Shelvey instead of Longstaff, I was thinking that seems nonsensical. But yeah, Longstaff looked alright the other night. Obviously, that was against Southampton. But this is another relegation.
But he's looked decent all season, really. He's played all season.
Yeah. He just did really well, arriving late into the box, finding areas of space, and then when he got the ball, he's composed enough just to finish it.
He's another player where he has taken advantage of the fact that Joe Willock's got injured.
Well, Joe Willock started the other night and they played together, I believe.
Who did they bench then? So they played Bruno.
I think Joe Linton was moved out left.
Joe Linton.
And they benched whoever usually plays out there. So Maximan, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah. Then on to the Sunday. The first game is Nottingham Forest versus Leeds. It's actually a really good... This could be a really good game. Potential to be a really good game. Probably won't be. What are your initial thoughts?
I think it's really boring.
Oh, right. Great. Bring it down immediately.
I think I'm going to 0-0.
Wow. I've just said this could be a brilliant game. Why 0-0?
I don't know. It's just
really come with everything for this
have
prediction.
Really meh seasons and nothing interesting's happened at either club. I think Jorginho Rutter could miss an absolute sitter for Leeds.
Oh. Well, this just get more disappointing as you continue.
Yeah, I'm going 0-0 Rutter to miss an absolute sitter.
Fair enough. I think Leeds are going to win. Leeds are quite strong. I think Weston McKennie's a good addition. But then Forest have also made good signs. But yeah, I'm going to go Leeds in this game. I think Forest have got to give their side some time to embed. I'm going to go 3-2 for the home side. It's going to be a bit of a cracker. I'm going to go a Morgan Gibbs-White goal. Because I feel like this is the 2 o'clock that nobody watches. Yeah, and you go, what happened there? I've missed a brilliant game of football where everything went off. But yeah, I'll go Morgan Gibbs-White and Brennan Johnson for Nottingham Forest. And then for Leeds, I will go... I think I'm going to back Rutter to actually do all right. I think he's going to score on debut. And then Weston McKennie will come off the bench and score the winner. But before then, it'll be a goal from... I was going to say Rafinha. That would have been horrific. I will go with Luis Sinistera. It's Louis, isn't it?
Yeah,
brilliant.
Fair enough.
And yeah,
is he injured?
Well, if it's not...
Half of Leeds is injured.
Crescenzo Somerville, if not, then. But yeah, I'll go 3-2 Leeds. Come to a victory for the travelling side. Then the last game on the Sunday, Tottenham vs Manchester City. We will not be giving our prediction here, as we will be live for it. So make sure to head on over to the YouTube, or if you're on YouTube, look out for that on Sunday. Tottenham vs Manchester City should be a great stream.
That's an interesting one. I think City don't look convincing of late, and I think
there's a genuine chance Tottenham take something from
Tottenham
it.
proved that away at the Etihad they could give them a challenge. Maybe they could do that at the Fishbowl.
Ask me this before they beat Preston, I'd have gone no chance, but they look really good against Preston, mate.
Son scored though. Maybe that's what he needed to get his season going.
They needed to play against Preston, specifically
Everyone
Preston.
needs to play against
Anyone
Preston
else?
once in a while.
Yeah, it does just boost confidence. But yeah, that should be a really interesting game. City obviously chasing the league, Tottenham chasing fourth. So yeah, real clash that one. Then on to Wednesday the 8th. Manchester United have a second game of the game week. They get a double game week this week. Big for FPL players out there. And they've got Leeds, another away trip for Leeds, another home game for Manchester United. Yeah, what are your thoughts?
Cricket score.
Really?
I think Leeds.
Mate, you hate Leeds. What is your problem with Leeds?
Okay, maybe not a cricket score, but I think it's been really convincing for United. They look really strong, and Leeds just don't look great at anything.
Right.
I do think Leeds will score though. I'll go 3-1 Man United. I think it's a good one. Aronson to open the scoring for Leeds, and then for United it'll be a goal from Rashford, a goal from Anthony Martial off the bench, and a goal from Wout Weghorst.
Yeah, I think United, as much as they look really good at the moment, don't look ruthless. They don't do that City thing of they turn up against a poor side and they go and put 4, 5, 6 past them. I think this is another example of that. I think it's only going to be 2-0 Manchester United. I'm going to go Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes with the goals. I think that does leave them a little bit vulnerable to a surprise result every once in a while. Look at the Palace game. Obviously, they're only 1-0 up in that one, and then at least they scored a brilliant free kick. That sort of ruined a big 3 points there. Because if not, they could have been above City at this stage. So, yeah, and I think they'll have enough here, but they do need to be a little less complacent, a little more ruthless in those games, I feel. But United playing some really nice stuff at the moment, particularly Marcus Rashford. And obviously Bruno. I think Bruno's really good. We slated him a lot last season for his lack of productivity, his lack of effectiveness, but he's actually looked really, really solid. But yeah, that is all from us today. Make sure to get involved in the comments on YouTube. I want to hear from you guys. What are your predictions? What are your thoughts on our predictions as well, if you want to get that in there. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. We are now on 1.16k. Would be nice to hit 1.2k in the next few days, weeks, hopefully. And yeah, that would be a nice milestone. Slowly ticking up now in subscribers. And of course, if you're on Spotify, make sure to follow, make sure to leave a rating and download it, of course, if you haven't done that. That helps us out massively, so we'd appreciate that. But yeah, that's all from us today. Thank you all very much for watching or listening, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.